Hello and welcome to the Football365 Isolation Show, which hopefully will be a run of shows during this whole lockdown, so you don't get too bored, I suppose. Because I'm pretty bored. I'm Mark Smith, I'm your host. I'm with Sarah Winterburn, Editor-in-Chief of the whole damn operation. Sarah Winterburn, how are you?
I'm not bored, but slightly, I'm excited about this. I get to see your lovely face. And we get to talk football, and everyone else gets to see our lovely faces and our houses, which is always great.
Yeah, and very striking how sort of light and airy your house is compared to. I'm in on the sunniest day of the year so far. I'm in the darkest room I could have found.
You're in a cupboard. Did your wife send you to the cupboard?
This is where I have to live my days now. That's what marriage does. Obviously, there's not much football to talk about that's currently going on. We're normally in the glorious surrounds of the Adelphi pub in Leeds, but instead we are here in our little sad,
not a single person's offered me a pint.
No, it's mad.
I hate it.
Unacceptable. But not much to talk about in terms of recent current football. But I thought what we'd do instead is, as we're not in the Adelphi, we can still have a bit of pub chat, can't we? So we got an email. We got an email to the site, football365.com. If you've got anything you want to say to us or the show, you can email us at the editor at football365.com. We had an email from Jack Cavan or Jack Cavan, I'm not sure, and he came up with the idea. He said, with lots of 11s being picked over the last few weeks, I feel the dirty bastard 11 has been forgotten about. And I agree with him. I agree with Jack Cavan or Jack Cavan. I think we should definitely delve into the dirty bastard 11, or as I'm calling it, the shithouse 11. Before we do this, though, I think we should probably clarify and define, Sarah Winterburn, what is a footballing shithouse?
Well, I do think shithouse kind of moves you slightly away from the dirty bastards, doesn't it? Because
a little bit,
there's an implication with the shithouse that there's something a little bit likeable about it, a little bit kind of. Okay. They're more snide than nasty. That they've got a bit of an edge to them, but they can do it with a bit of maybe a wink to the camera. You know, it's a bit sort of rather than an actual horrible man.
See, I'm in that case, I'm being more inspired by Jack Cavan or Jack Cavan, and I think that we'll go with shithouse instead of dirty bastard. But we can argue throughout which is which, and is there much crossover?
We will. Yeah.
We will do. All right, let's start off then. Let's try and pick a full 11 of shithouses / dirty bastards / hardmen. Who you got in goal?
Goal is hard, isn't it? You don't really get too many shithouses in goal. You're basically talking about the sort of wobbly legs kind of thing on the line, aren't you? Or the sort of, there isn't much of a capacity for them to dive or elbow or anything like that, isn't there? Jens Lehmann was a bit like that, wasn't he? He was a bit arsey.
He was a little bit. I think you're right about goalkeepers. They're not really like other footballers. They don't really tend to get involved.
They're otherworldly, aren't they? They don't tend to be anywhere near where the trouble is. So it's kind of finding the goalkeeper in these 11s is always the hardest bit. So thanks for that, for starting with the hardest bit. But
well, some names floating around in my head. I thought of Schumacher.
Of course.
But that
nasty,
is really
though, isn't it? Yeah.
That's more nasty, and that's one flashpoint moment. I sort of think that's more dirty bastard. And I'm thinking of, and as Jack Cavan or Cavan said, Tim Krul is who he picked.
Right, that's a good shout, really.
Yeah, it is. He's got
gamesmanship, isn't it? Gamesmanship, which I think is part of it, isn't it? That kind of
absolutely
sneakiness. Like I'm gonna edge your foot off the line, another foot.
Yeah.
And he's the one who's sort of saying to the player when they're about to take the penalty, I know what you're doing. I know where you're going to go.
And he walks out right to the penalty spot and he walks back to his line really slowly.
All that. You've got to do all that, haven't you? It's sort of like, running the ball, pushing the ball up, putting the ball down really slowly, edging back.
Absolutely pathetic stuff. But I love it. All right. Well, I think Tim Krul, I think Jack Cavan or
and he's got lovely hair as well, so we'll put him in there.
His eyes are too far apart. They're like mine. You can't really trust someone whose eyes are that far apart. Alien.
I'm looking at you now. Yeah, you're right.
Isn't it? Like a fisheye lens. Right, okay, we've done the goalkeeper. Let's move on to... We can go with fullbacks or we can go with generally defenders, if you like.
Okay, let's
who
go
have you got
defenders.
here, Sarah?
I think your absolute gimme is Sergio Ramos, who is king of the shithouses. Absolutely.
And his eyes are too close together.
Oh, what's the optimum amount of space between the eyes?
Well, it's like you've got glasses on. You've got glasses on, and your eyes fit within that remit of the frames. So you're. Are
you telling me that if you were wearing glasses, your eyes would be here on the outside?
So I got laser eye surgery instead. So Sergio Ramos, I think he'd probably be number one pick for
I think he's
most
a gimme
people.
because also he's not nasty. He just knows exactly what to do to, you know. And the number of red cards he's been given where he's just cynically just thought, I don't fancy playing in this game anymore. Yeah. I'm out of here. You know, and then obviously couldn't resist boasting about the fact that he got booked on purpose and things. I mean, that's your classic shithouse behaviour, isn't it?
It is. I think
real pride in being a shithouse.
Yeah, when you said at the start that they're the sort of person who would, you know, they do something bad, but then wink, little wink, cheeky wink. He's that guy, isn't he?
Oh, exactly that guy. Yeah.
But he is also someone who you would absolutely 100% have in your team at all times. He's a world-class footballer, but when he does do these shithousey things, it is for the greater good generally of his team. The
greater good of him and his team. Yeah, and he has sacrificed himself a few times, which is all part of the game of, you know, being a shithouse. Yeah. I'm sure he doesn't go out there wanting to hurt someone just because it's fun.
No,
so it is a little bit fun. Yeah,
but if it happens, you know what? He's losing no sleep over anything, that man.
No. He's in. He's a gimme. He's a gimme,
yeah. Okay, so we've got Tim Krul, we've got Sergio Ramos. I'm going to throw one up now. I'm going to go for Ben Thatcher.
Is he, though? Is he just nasty?
I think he might just be nasty. Because I also had on this list nasty. Kevin Muscat.
Oh.
And the pair of them are just dirty.
You've just made a horrible bastards 11, not a shithouse.
Yeah. Well, I think you can include Thatcher. Yes, he was a dirty bastard, but I also feel as though he thought he was the cheeky bully's best friend in an American high school film. So I think he thinks he's a shithouse, but from the outside looking in, he
looks like that, doesn't he? Yeah, he's got that jock look, hasn't he? Yeah.
But I mean, the amount of times he sort of forearm smashed people. He did a terrible one to, was it Pedro Mendes?
Pedro Mendes is the big one where he literally sort of carried him about 10 yards off the pitch with the elbow, and then, you know, doing the standard, going back to referee and like, what?
Yeah.
What's the problem?
I didn't touch him, ref.
Didn't touch him.
Are you having him in this team, or are you not happy with that?
I'll let you have him.
Okay, fine. So we've got Krul, Ramos, Thatcher.
But can I get Gary Neville on the other side?
Oh yeah, okay.
He's your opposite kind of shithouse, isn't he? He's not a nasty. It was not a nasty bastard, really, but his love of Man United and love of victory meant that
his dislike of Liverpool as well.
Exactly. So he's very much a kind of little smart to the camera afterwards, isn't he? Of like, yeah, I've done him here.
Yeah, I think
that's essential. Shout, actually.
Yeah, I remember vividly the celebration he did at the Liverpool end after, I think, a goal at Old Trafford or something, and he's really like,
really the orgasm celebration, very much kind of, you saw his sex face, which isn't something you ever want to see again.
I actually, I've got to say, so far that the list is quite a good-looking list of men.
Maybe there's a correlation.
Yeah, you know what? I think you're right.
And that's why you're a nice guy, Mark.
Oh, no. It's the worst time to be called a nice guy, and we just established that. Okay, I want another centre-back, please. And actually, I'm going to nominate someone here, and it is Ramos's teammate for many years at Real Madrid. It's Pepe.
Oh, it's got to be Pepe, hasn't he? Yeah, let him in.
Just straight away.
Yeah, not only are they both shithouses, but they have a affinity, a shithouse affinity.
Tag team.
If one doesn't screw you, the other one will. You know, it's...
Yeah. Pepe also has that thing of he has an extremely punchable face. You know, he has that face that he just there's something that I don't want to get too. I feel like I'm just talking about the facial features of footballers at the minute, but he has got.
You've been inside a while, face of
someone. I have, in this room for 5 weeks. Yeah. But he has got a very punchable face, and there's something really unnerving about when he is victorious, which sadly was a lot. But it was very frustrating. You'd see him on the floor, rolling around, giving it that.
Yeah. The little look. Lots of rolling. Or 12
Horrendous.
Rolls. Optimum amount of rolls is 12, I think. But I love the way that every time English clubs have played these teams, all the media goes crazy about it, don't they? Oh, it's sportsmanship, yada yada yada. Yeah. It's like, actually, it's beautiful. It's like, it's perfect. To go to those lengths to win a game, there's something quite admirable about it.
Well, the thing we used to say about English sides in Europe and the English national side was that we were naive And by that, they meant we weren't really versed in what they call the dark arts, right? And I suppose that's what shithousery is, really. It's just we're calling it shithousery.
Yeah.
It's completely normal on the continent, and we're learning it. And that's why we're getting better on national level. And obviously, we've been pretty good generally in Europe for a while. Right, we've gone. That's our goalkeeper and defence. Midfielders, there's some fun ones in here. Do you want to kick us off?
I'm going to nominate Paul Scholes in there.
What?
Oh, he could not tackle for toffee and didn't care that he couldn't tackle for toffee. He just went for it every time.
No, I'm going to clamp down on this. That's not a shithouse.
He's just a bad tackler.
Just a terrible tackler. Just a genuinely appalling tackler. And you're right, he didn't really care about it. But
you're going to hit me with Vinnie Jones or someone, then, aren't you?
Can you see my list? Cross that out. No, I'm going to go with Sergio Busquets.
Oh, okay. You just don't like Spaniards, do you?
How many have I got? I've been rumbled. I'm going to go with...
Just sheer racism. This is terrible.
I'm going to go with Sergio Busquets because he was the first
Are you hastily crossing off Diego Costa as we speak?
Oh, no, let's wait and see. He's in. I'm counting him as Brazilian, though. That's why. I'm going to go with Busquets because he was one of the first players that I saw when I was aware of tactical fouling.
Mm-hmm.
And he would just do it all the time, bang, bang, bang. And he knows what he's doing. He'll break down attacks. And again, like we said, it seemed like he was just being nasty. We know now it was tactical fouling and everyone does it. Man City do it, Liverpool do it. But it just seemed like he was such a fucker. He was so frustrating to watch. Such a great footballer. And I was like, why do you make yourself do this? But actually, as I say, we know why he does it. You having him in the list? He's got to be in there ahead of Paul Scholes, surely.
Yeah, go on then. I'll let you have him.
Go on then. So we've got Krul, Thatcher, Gary Neville, Pepe Ramos, and who was that last one? Who did I just say?
Busquets.
Lovely. Okay, you fire away.
Can we find a space for Dennis Wise in there?
Oh, absolutely.
Your classic cheeky chappy, isn't it? The classic. Look at my face. What could I have done? You know, because he's got that beautiful baby face, hasn't he? Of like, or he did have that kind of. What could I have possibly done? And it turned out being an absolute dickhead was the answer to that question. Yeah,
and again, I think this has been the case with all these players so far. They're all probably pretty good leaders. Everybody.
I thought you were going to say good looking again.
No, sorry, Dennis. Although his eyes seem to be pretty well in proportion, to be fair to him. Okay, let's move on. We're running out of time. Can't have Joey Barton, can we? Or Robbie Savage? Or Lee Catamole?
They're all of a type, aren't they? I think Dennis Wise is you set the standard for that kind of player. You know, where the defensive midfielder just becomes a bit of a dick. I think that's the...
Okay, fine. Can I offer
the original?
Up
let's have the original, yeah.
Can I offer up Rivaldo instead? Because I still think what he did in the World Cup, when he gets the ball kicked at him on the corner flag, hits him in the shin, he goes down clutching his face, gets the player sent off. I still think that is absolutely next level shithousery. I hate it so much, and yet I've got to respect it.
Yeah, that's your classic shithouser, isn't he? The holding of the face when the body's being hit is one of the great things. It's very, very amusing. It's second only to the holding of the chest when you handball for amusement. Yes. like we've literally just watched it happen. Of course, you know.
But not only has it hit you, not only are you saying it's hit you in the chest, but it's hit you with such force that you're now clutching each other. Oh, God, that hurt so much where it hit me in the chest, ref, honestly.
Yeah.
Bad stuff.
Stephen Taylor, it's wonderful, yeah.
Okay, so we've got some quality in there as well, to be fair, though. I mean, Rivaldo's in there.
And that's the thing. That's the mistake. Don't make the mistake of thinking shithouses are shit at football. I think there are some great players out there who utter shithouses. So I'm going to say Diego Costa's a gimme, I'm guessing, because...
I think it has to be. I think him and Ramos are your sort of poster boys, aren't they?
Yeah, he's great, isn't he? I really do miss him. Massively
I do.
Miss him.
I absolutely love him.
Just a horrible player.
Yeah, but you want him on your team.
Player, a fantastic player as well. It's that whole thing when they say, "Oh, he's a winner, isn't he? He's a winner." Is anybody ever a winner who isn't a bit of a dick?
I don't think so. I genuinely don't think so. Right, we've got to wrap this up. We've got two more spaces to fill, both up front. I will kick off
Suarez. I'm going to throw Suarez in.
Suarez has got to go in just for the handball at the World Cup, if nothing else.
Let's ignore the biting.
Yeah, I mean, and the biting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the biting. Yeah.
Forget the biting. And the racism. I mean, he's literally the worst person. He's the worst person. Okay, Suarez and Costa. Yeah. You might not agree with this. I'm going to go for El Hadj Diouf.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to go. No, I'll let him in.
Yeah.
I think there's a knowingness about him being a dick. I think he entirely knows what he's doing, which I think is part of the shit house. It's knowing it and kind of owning it.
And doing it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, let's run through this team then. We've got Tim Krul in goal, Gary Neville right back, Ramos and Pepe centre backs, Ben Thatcher got in there at left back. We've got Busquets, Dennis Wise, Rivaldo in the midfield. We'll start him there. He can go where he wants. Suarez, Costa, and El Hadji Diouf make up the team. I mean, it's a decent side. That'd get far in any tournament, I think, and it would also probably have a fair few suspensions. Sarah Winterburn, thank you for joining me on this inaugural Football 365 Isolation Show.
You've broken up my day. It was lovely.
I know, it's good, isn't it? Hopefully we'll be back this time next week. I don't really know.
Bring it on.
See what happens. All right, thanks for watching. If you like it, drop us a comment or a like or a subscribe or whatever you want to do. Follow us on Twitter and tell your friends. All right, cheers everybody. Until next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.